As exciting as the new advances in the longevity space are, we're not at a point yet of having a magic pill that will miraculously make us healthy and young again. Therefore, we should probably not forget about the basics.
My name is Chris Bumstead, and I am a 4-time Mr. Olympia bodybuilder. I compete in the classic physique division. So I've been competing in bodybuilding for 10 years now, as a professional bodybuilder for 6 years. And it's a full-time job. It's treating food the way you eat like a full-time job, training like a full-time job, and sleep and recovery like a full-time job. And over time, I also began to incorporate caring about my health rather than just the physical image of my physique. And that's when I really started to get into the benefits of longevity hacking and the beauty of focusing on your health rather than just an image. So I absolutely believe exercise, especially lifting weights and building muscle, helps in the longevity of your health as a human. And I think more so than just living a long time, but actually being healthy for a long time and being able to function in the world the way you want to. So you're not stuck in a hospital bed or stuck at home in bed or something like that. But the more muscle you have, the stronger your body is, the more you can fight off disease and illness, the less likely you are to fall, the more likely you are when you fall to be able to recover quicker. Because one of the earliest signs of death in someone is when they fall, they break a hip or a leg or something like that. Once you're over the age of like 70, it's really hard to recover from that. And the more muscle you have, the more likely you are to catch yourself, not from fall. And if you do, also to recover or not hurt yourself. So I think it is so important to exercise throughout your entire life. Eat a high protein diet, exercise hard, have weight bearing loads so that you're able to maintain that muscle mass. And of course, cardiovascular health for your endurance is also very important to keep your heart working over time, to keep your heart strong and pumping like it needs to.
Building muscle mass, also a direct relationship. I put in the books in Life Force several studies that show it directly relates to cancer. Your muscle mass plays a bigger role than you have any idea. It's not about just looking good. It's about strength, and it's about vitality, and it's about your metabolism. And it's something that every person has got to take care of themselves. Work out 3 times a week. Make a commitment and don't miss it. Have it a certain day, a certain time. It's a schedule like anything else. And once it becomes a habit, it becomes easy. And then if you don't do it, you crave it.
Exercise is important on both the microscopic and on the macro level. On the microscopic level, it is stressing your mitochondria, the power plants of your cells, and it's making more powerful, resilient mitochondria. One of the 12 hallmarks of aging is the aging of your mitochondria. And then on the more physiological level, it is leading to better circulation, better heart health, even neurogenesis, so new neurons being formed from exercise.
One thing you learn in bodybuilding is that you can't out-diet no training and you can't out-train bad dieting. They don't really counteract each other, and you could eat as healthy as possible, or you could eat nothing, you could fast, you could do all these things, and you really need to kind of push your body to new limits to continue to grow and be as strong as possible. And no one really gets too old and wishes they had less muscle or wishes they were weaker. Usually wish you were feeling a little bit stronger, a little bit more robust, and that's something that only really comes from exercise.
I actually work out more now than I did 10 years ago or 15 years ago because my body needs it more. Usually it's anywhere from 45 to 90 minutes plus trying to walk places. When we're on the set of Shark Tank, everybody else is taking the carts. The set is 0.35 miles away and I'm walking back and forth, so I'm walking 2 miles a day while we're shooting Shark Tank. If I never had to look in the mirror, I'd think I was 35.
Especially as you get into your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond, if you're not moving physically, then you become limited. Your range of motion decreases, your strength decreases, your flexibility decreases. And then, of course, a lot of the things that you want to try and do are inevitably too hard. And so then your world gets smaller and smaller and smaller. You know, that's going to keep you young and youthful. The things that I can physically do at 60, almost 64, I couldn't do in my teens, 20s, or 30s, but I can do it now. So, I mean, how long am I going to live? I don't know. I mean, I'd like to live into my 90s. Who knows, maybe beyond that. It's not really so much about longevity. It's about quality of life where I am right here, right now. But the end result is, I mean, here I am in my 60s feeling better than ever.
The first thing is I exercise, and I actually exercise every day. Exercise at any age is maybe the most important intervention. Moving, okay? You have to move all the time. It has a huge effect on the health span.
Listen, you don't move, you don't live. I can tell you all the wonderful things you can do biochemically for your body, but there's no replacement still for exercise and movement. I think it's not just about medicine, it's about us doing our part. But today, most people don't do their part.
I always say if they could bottle the effects of exercise, it would be the hottest kind of therapeutic in aging research.
If I could get all of my patients to be exercising at least half an hour a day, I think I'd see half the patients in the clinic because most of them wouldn't need to come to see me.
When I think about quality of life, the baseline has to start with energy. Once you have abundant amount of energy, then you live life.
If you're just getting started on your health and fitness journey, or you're a weekend warrior, but now you want to really understand what it takes for that longer longevity, the first thing to do is to start measuring some key metrics about your body. Understanding your sleep, your resting heart rate variability, your VO2 max, measuring these things over time and seeing what about your lifestyle today is changing them. And then starting to implement very specific changes. Could be to exercise, could be to your sleep routine, could be to your diet, and all of a sudden starting to see improvement in these metrics. That'll be incredibly motivating and give you the feedback that you need to improve.